You mean this custom suit by David August? Oh, the Iron Man suit. Well, first of all, the suit is supposed to be 6 feet 5 inches tall. Rather, when it's all done up, it is. And I know it's hard to tell from back there, but I'm not. And it was also, in its full glory, probably about 70 pounds. So I kind of felt like a linebacker in high heels half the time. But Stan Winston, I think they created a pretty remarkable thing by having a suit like that worked practically for some of the shots, you know? I guess it's a little nerve-wracking at first until it's going well, you know? Until people say, wow, we think it's going really well. After that, it's kind of easy, but I guess it's always a big risk for these kind of things that, you know, and nowadays I think the culture is so savvy, and informationally you can get such immediate feedback from what the people who are going to go see the movies or whatever, they can just slam dunk you and make you want to stay in bed if they don't like the approach you've made. So basically, by the time we were through shooting it and starting to go into post and wondering what we might want to do additionally, or kind of any other aftermath for the overall look and feel of the movie, and we brought some assembled footage to Comic-Con, and the response was really favorable. That was like kind of like our first big payoff, you know, because the fanboys and the kind of, you know, 20-something tastemakers whose screen names are like, you know, Geek Lizard 9 or whatever, were telling us that they felt that we were on the right track, and they appreciated and enjoyed what they had seen. So that was a big relief. Well, yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you kind of have to forget everything, you know, including the fact that you got like a bad burrito and you feel like you might puke, and you got to do the scene. You have to do the business of the day. But Jon Favreau and I and Gwyneth Paltrow, who we were so fortunate to get, because she came in with such a different sensibility than, say, Terrence Howard and I had, or even Jeff Bridges, who really kind of got on board and was bringing in material like from Alan Watts, and we were listening to all this kind of really far out stuff as it related to the mythology of a story like this. And then she would just say, like, you guys are getting a really high-tech, this scene happens to be about, and she kind of always pointed true north with this very strong actor sensibility of just what to do in a scene in any movie. So she was a great asset to us. Here's what I love about ShoWest is I'm already being told that I'm in 2 of the biggest movies of the summer and they haven't come out. This is, and Susan Downey, who's sitting in the back row there, don't look. We were remarking on this on the way, and you're kind of like being rewarded for something that hasn't happened yet. It's only in Vegas. To get to your second question, because I'm actually very clear and cogent on these matters, in Tropic Thunder, I play a guy named Kirk Lazarus, who I fashioned kind of after Russell Crowe and Daniel Day-Lewis, with a little Colin Farrell in there. Those 3 guys, who are one guy, are playing an African-American Army sergeant in a very important Vietnam movie. And that's my character in that. Well, the movie is such a kind of a complex plot line within itself that I think to talk about the mockumentary about the already complex storyline might be more confusing than anyone could bear. Is that what you want? Now I've turned the tables on you, haven't I? Really? And you're a journalist? Interesting. Yes. Well, in the mockumentary, as Kirk Lazarus is preparing to play Sergeant Lincoln Osiris, he went back and actually moved in with the man that the character he's playing, the would-be 75-year-old African-American. He went and moved in with his wife, whom he had met in Vietnam. So there's scenes where I'm with my Vietnamese family, that's not my family, and I decide that I should start taking the character that I am playing, this African-American Army sergeant who's to see psych meds from when he was at the VA hospital, so I can get to understand his experience more. And at one point in the documentary, I explain clearly how I built the pyramids. Marvel, absolutely. I'm a company man. No, I always, my leanings were toward Marvel with the possible exception of Sergeant Rock. A billionaire industrial playboy who builds. Did you just see that? There's your damn answer. ... Well, I'm really good at screen tests. So I think the chaplain screen test and then everything that happened between that and everything else. Yeah, I find that oftentimes that that once you get the origin story done and you don't absolutely screw that up, that there's more freedom and money, and kind of the onus is off of getting the foundation right, and oftentimes the second in the installation winds up being a little more fun.